Now, as I'm going to share with you the 5 courageous practices for cultivating everyday brilliance. 5 courageous practices. Let me spend some time with this here. This is not the thing about this here is that this is not a listicle that's just supposed to make you just go out and, like this, just take it at its top level. It's a practice. You'll notice that each of these are written with not a directive, but an action. If you are in the practice of it, you are doing this, right? So notice that these are practices, and they're not practices that I knew from the very beginning. They've been honed in over time. They've been and retroactively called out and distilled so that you can go ahead and use this to bring out more of your day-to-day, everyday brilliance, the thing that like you couldn't hide even if you tried. All right. That's one. I want you to pay attention to that. The second thing is that I call them the courageous practices. Courageous practices because there is in practicing these things, it might take you out of your comfort zone, and it certainly might take other people out of their comfort zone. I'm looking at number 2 on this list right here, and in particular, and that that one messes with people. So know that these are 5 courageous practices. You can choose to take all 5 of them on and say, okay, I'm going to do this week. I'm going to spend a day focus on each and every one of them. You might choose to spend a week focus on one of them at a time and just cycle each of them through. But the idea here is to give you some skills and some ways to go ahead and really just cultivate these everyday brilliances. All right, so let's dive in. Let's talk about them. The first one here is the first courageous practice for cultivating everyday brilliance is to create space. Create space. What create space to me represents is create the space for you to show up in your brilliance. To create the space so that regardless of what the environment, what the unspoken rules are in the environment that you're in, what the unspoken expectations are in the conversation that you're about to enter, you can shift that such that it allows for you to bring in more of what makes you magical. I oftentimes will enter a conversation with someone I've just met for the first time, and I'll let them know, hey, we could default in this conversation, but I'll be honest, I have a track record of having life-changing conversations, and I would really love to be intentional in this conversation because we can have so much more if we're open to it. If we're down for just a regular old catch up, fine, that's cool. Like, let's just make sure we call that out. But I do want to let you know that there's space for so much more when you and I would really love to keep that space there. I often say I'm here for service, and service could be just a conversation with each other, or it could be something even more powerful with us spending time diving into the questions and stuff that really matter. That is me creating space. That's a place where I can bring out more of what my brilliance is and allow that to shine, because now we're no longer in the world of unspoken expectations. We've created a new agreement. And in this new agreement, let's say in that regard there, we've created an agreement that we're going to have a life-changing conversation. So whatever it takes to have a life-changing conversation now becomes open. If my way of having a life-changing conversation was to put on clown shoes and to dance in a hula hoop, so be it, but I have the space for whatever that brilliance happens to be. You're also seeing me creating the space right here. I left the corporate world altogether because I didn't have enough space for my brilliance to shine through on a regular basis. And the return of me being able to bring that brilliance wasn't high enough for me, And so I left and I said I was going to be an entrepreneur where I can choose how I'm going to use my time. I can make this one video right here and it will come back and continuously provide dividends. I'm still getting emails from people who followed my first business actuarial journey, knowing that the podcast has been discontinued and such, and they're still reaching out to me from support. So that there are elements here of taking the time to create the environment and space that you need to be able to do what it is that you want it, that will give you a space to let your brilliance shine through. We're just getting started. Click on the link below to watch the full conversation and go to niiamahashong.com/tribe to get additional resources and exclusive invitation to tribe-only events. Journey on. Hey, Niiamah here. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet, and then go ahead and leave one of your insights from today's video in the comments below. If you're looking to take this deeper, you can go and watch another video, or you can go to niiamah.com/tribe to get exclusive invitation to our tribe member only events. I'll see you soon.